There was a period when I did not functionally have an NES because someone borrowed it and shoved a lint in it to see if it would cause interesting glitches. It may have been exposed to liquids and rusted a bit. But then, sometime after the SNES was out, they released the top loader model. And I go, I miss playing these games. So I got one of those, and I got a couple games to go with it. And specifically, the games I got were a game that was whose sequel I later played on the SNES. That was good. And a game which was the sixth in a series of games that I had rented, I think all of, and just played that way and finished and had a good time with. I don't recall the order in which I picked these two up. But this is the order I'm going to play them in. Now this I have streamed fairly recently when I did that whole Mega Man Monday thing. I'm going to spend a little more time with it this time. But yeah, this is Mega Man 6. The one where they just had a contest for drawing the bosses. Why do all these have such good music? This is also the one where, Wily's disguise is I'm just gonna put on, sunglasses and a fake beard. Which, not even trying anymore. And I kind of appreciate that about it. So I do not remember the boss order at all. We'll just see how it goes. Just sadly past the point where you get the charge shot and kind of have to listen to whoa, 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 all the time. Okay, sliding on keyboard controls is weird. It does not take under those bolts anyway. I do like the kind of abstract cowboy robot design. Got one of these. This is the kind of a staple in the series after a point. What's the thing this I find very charming. This is definitely at a point in the series when they realized this was their mascot. This is also a game where my memory is going to betray me a lot because there are a couple of power-ups that I always used to just grab right away in this and then used extensively. You not start with Rushbell? Okay, that's good. Just a very peak air jump. I like that Mega Man has a little friend who's a garbage can that spits stuff at you. Okay, holding all this down is being bad. So one thing with this game is that there are half the levels have two paths through them. Here's an example. If I had a certain power-up, I could go up there and take that route, and I believe that's how you get all the stuff to get beat. Also, that sun back there is great. Especially because that sun back there isn't trying to be retro 80s. It was just this is the style of the time. It was a 90s thing, everybody. But yeah, there are general types slash AI patterns of Mega Man enemies that they keep reusing game to game and change the graphics up for. Like, there's always some kind of, like, big stompy thing. There's always some kind of, like, zoomy, shieldy thing. But they mix it up. And so this keyboard doesn't like me holding this many keys down at once. That's a problem. Like, I was jumping there, but I was, like, holding up and holding shoot, and it's like, no, let one of those go. Another little secret out there, if I could bash that open somehow. And, I may need an actual controller to play Mega Man 6. Can I just use this? With its terrible D-pad? Would that be acceptable? Maybe? Let's see. I don't know how this emulator handles this, so I guess not. Never mind. Back to weird gent controls that lock up if I do anything at once. So I might just die a lot and do a level tour. We'll see if I can, like, handle enemies when I can't, like, charge, jump, and climb a ladder at the same time. Worth my time. Yeah, the met dispensers are just a good idea. I'm on record, like, I don't like the charge shot and wish that it was never a thing. It's like, it's useful enough that you can't not use it, but, like, using it is a kind of just a pain and, like, makes annoying sounds. And yeah, like, hitting W at the same time as, like, other stuff is not going well. I may have to find a level where it doesn't want me to climb ladders so much. Or I may have to find the level with the full jetpack power-up, which will make it less of a thing to deal with. Which might be like Plant Man. Only having one thing hit at a time for that is like really yeah, at least I got to a boss. It's a racist character, man. Let me hit every button at once, please, keyboard, please. Eh. Let's see. I know Flame Man has just a fun level. Cool gimmick to it. Also, like, comparing the backgrounds in this game to, like, early NES games, like, holy cow, they came a long way. Even in this series, like remember Metal Man's level? And it's just like, I got a couple gears in the background. Like, look at this window. Look at the lighting around it. Like, holy cow. So yeah, the game, because we got this oil, which is safe to stand in until fire touches it from one of those, and then it's lit. Like so. I just have to, like, let go of my charge to grab a ladder, apparently. You also have to, like, let go forward the last second. It's like, this is a very weird problem to have. There we go. I could have played this through that Mega Man collection, which would let me use the controller just fine, I guess, but, you know. Again, another clever little thing. Eating. I think this is a weird concept. It's like such a useful power, but basically feels like cheating. But then it's also like half the power of Mega Man games. Okay, now proper boss fight. Specifically Heat Man, because we're out of ideas. Like easy mode Heat Man. Are you still killing me? Yeah, probably, but like, you know. Personal space, please. I need to see the pattern, damn it. Which game was that hitting? Meh. There's definitely an optimum distance for fighting him. I am not staying at it at all. Okay, I got a boss down. Need to tally that up because somebody has a little tradition in late November into December called Mega Mass, where you get people together and collectively take down 900 Mega Man bosses. I don't need to participate, but like, you know, it's one. Okay. So fire obviously beats plants, yes? The flower fancier. This is gonna really suck on keyboard. Also with one life, but you know. Okay. Just have to accept no charge while climbing. Keyboard will not allow it. Why that particular key combo is such a problem, I don't know, but it is. Thank you. That'll really help me out. I'm talking a lot less now because I have to concentrate here, but you know. You just got the music, right? Very good placement. Wow, thicker. I do like these little energy pills in the flowers, like a little fruit. It's just, that's very cute. Mega Man has best when it's doing very cute little things like that. It's weird timing.
Okay, I have no lives. Oh, I did get one of these already. Okay. So I'm not gonna actually use this for the boss fight, but this is the game where Rush becomes power armor, and that's awesome. Doesn't have any, like, weapon meter. I can't slide, but, and I have, like, this limited range. But this will just, like, smash things with shields, and this is just a lot of damage. And this, I'm fairly sure, is the weak point of this boss. Let's find out. Are you weak to fire? You don't seem especially weak to fire. Is it fire beats ice beats plant? Did I pick the wrong starter? Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. Because I didn't notice that I got one of the rush power armor things. And they are great. So, yeah. I'm constantly mixing up Blizzard Man and Hockey Man from Roko-chan. Let's play with a new toy. So for instance, this thing, even when it's closed, okay, if I can get this fully powered up, then it wouldn't matter. Come help me demonstrate this. See? Boom. Of course, the range is nothing, so... There are trade-offs. Worth it. Okay, the other one of these is a jetpack, and then you just have this like cool little hover jump, double jump thing, and it's like neat. Plus, like, high base damage here, so, you know. It's cool when Mega Man wears a dog. You heard it here. Oh, could've got nothing else. Good thing there. Yeah, these things that, like, you know, just slide around and your shots bounce off, and you can just, like, punch them and they go flying. And these things just... Screw you. Right to the face. But I can't slide with that, so I'm gonna take it off for a second. It's one of the more satisfying power-ups. Just do it, you know? Never running an MP, just go to town. Whatever. Not worth my time. Oh, did not mean to go that far. I like that little interaction. Of the shots just kind of drifting as it's going up and down. I don't have to actually stop and watch the little hench thing every time, that's right. So many E-tanks. I'm not gonna finish the game because I don't feel like it, but like I could. Almost forgot. The curse of the ladder. Okay, so now this should be the right weapon. You wanna, like, stop and let me use it, maybe? Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog. Your 3 snowflakes. Okay, let me out of the corner. That's 2 I can put on the scoreboard. We are far from done. So, my password is that if you want to hook it from here. It's nice. My fingers are getting kind of cramped from the intense action as well. But yeah, I actually like Mega Man 6 a lot. It's like easily my 3rd out of the NES ones. Like you got 3, you got 2, you got 6, not too far down from there. But the other game I got when I got my little top loader, which I have not technically played on stream, but I've come pretty close. This was just like randomly on sale when the top loader was for some reason. And I know this was like after I played 4. And I actually have like 2 carts of this because of what I'm going to get into after this. Okay, let's get all speedy. So my traditional party for NES FF1 is you have the one character with the cool hat, and then you got the low maintenance crew. There you go. The Red Mage is here, not because I feel like I need to have a caster, but because the Red Mage looks really cool. Also because, like, someone needs to use all these swords. And also because monks kind of suck at the very start of the game. I do like these little, like, menus for text and such. What I've always hated in FF1 is these walls that are, like, super thin, but you can't walk into the tile from this far away. It bugs me. This is another game, by the way, whose original release, like, you get a map of the entire overworld. You get a map of every dungeon. And not only do you get, like, a sheet of every monster, but you have their stats on there. And then the big chart of, like, who can use what piece of equipment and what spell and what they theoretically do. What they actually do is often nothing, because it's FF1 and it's kind of coded for garbage. At least mechanically. It's like, always one of those things bug me. It's like, people will say, oh, Nasir something with a G. It's like, such a great and talented programmer. He did, like, all the old Squaresoft stuff all by himself. It's like, well, yes, he did, but there's a ton of bugs. Like, you only get full credit if you don't make mistakes. I mean, anyone can code something if it's not have a bunch of bugs in it. Like, there are some cool technical trickery things going on with them, but, like, I find it odd. It's like, you just know him because his name was on the front of the, like, the title screen, which, good for him for doing that, though. It's like, so many people, especially at that point in the history of game development, like, did not get credit. Like, all of the sprite art in this game and the next, like, 5, or 4 or 5, something like that, was, like, done by these 2 women who, like, nobody heard of for the longest time. It's like, oh, well, they're just, like, adapting the Amano art. It's like, for a couple things, but usually no. Usually that came after, based on the sprite work. I had to ramble about that for a bit. But yeah, so at this point, let's see, this is still a game of my youth, but, like, I came to it a bit late. I'd already played 4 on a rental. I guess these are technically worth having for, like, 5 minutes. It's not like they cost anything. Finest stuff, please. Your lamest stuff, please. So I thought back in the day that, like, you're supposed to... Like, I didn't know that you, like, take the weapon off your black belts because they do more damage barehanded. What I didn't know is you also take the armor off them after a certain point. I think rings are okay, but, like, your defense goes through the roof after a while if you are just fighting naked, so... Now for the real cash sink. What cool spells is Cool gonna learn? Cure, that's a cool spell. And being super cool, I can also learn some black magic. I mean, it says right there, this spell is lit. I should probably equip all this stuff.
But yeah, so I didn't really play this when it was like brand new, but it was still, you know, like I had just bought an NES like that day. They were on shelves. I didn't buy the game used. Then a friend of mine also bought this and would later, as people were doing for a while, as they outgrew certain systems, just like, here, have all my NES games. I'm done with this thing. It's like, cool. And that's why we're not done yet. I was really impressed at the time by like how your head just barely pokes out of there. Oh yeah, fast message speed is fast, isn't it? I was just terminated, like. Monsters perish. So there's not particularly stopping me since I did like basically gear up from just walking straight up to the final boss kinda. But yeah, this is sort of like background that you expected in a lot of NES games. Just mostly black, a little bit of like splash of color back there. And then, like, the later Mega Man games, like, knocking it out of the park with that stuff. And yes, also that one Batman game that, to date, I have never played. Screw loot, screw everything. Let's have Garland knock me all down. So, at some point in the last couple of years, this game came out, whose name is slipping my mind, which is like a remake of FF1, like as a character action game, and also where the main character is Garland here, who like hasn't become evil yet, and it's just kind of like kick his future self's butt is kind of his plan, and like I kind of respect that. And then there's like some DLC thing where there's like portals to other dimensions, and you just like go into the world of FF2 and like beat up that emperor from that too. It's like, you know, I kind of want to see that continue, just this like weird alternate timeline of the original final boss of a Final Fantasy game, just like beating up the rest of them. Also, there's a drink option. It's for potions specifically, but like, not just gonna make that use the item. No. Gotta use the proper verb. Behold the coolness of cool, healing his wimpy friends. Just gonna carry this game until he becomes kind of useless halfway through it. Then eventually get the ultimate equipment, instead of not playing all the way through. Okay, I probably just did it level 1. Cool. Good old randomized level up stats. Me and my cool hat here to rescue you. My shaggy hair, my cool cape, like. But yeah, this I really don't want to play for all that long because I, not too long ago, played the Pixel Remaster version, and then also not too long ago I was streaming that Renaissance thing, which is really neat, and like, if I'm gonna play FF1, that's how I'm gonna play it. Probably should heal, whatever. Let's get that neat scene, walk across the bridge.
Yeah, that rules. There is some good pixel art there. Like the birds fading off in the distance, the castle way back there, the like perspective on the whole thing. A little cool party pose here. You can see my one red mage with the cool cape and the sword, and then just the three monks just standing there. I mean, it's always that party, but like, yeah. See right there. Like I do approve of people back in the day just signing your work like that. That's more people could stand to do it. And then, you know, things proceed from there in standard RPG fashion. You go to different places and get your stuff and whatnot. Right. Make sure Slam doesn't die. Have to walk into other towns, and the fact that you can like, only park your boat at special docks like that is kind of interesting. Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, he does have an interesting career. And he was like the programmer on everything from Square up through was it FF4? And then just like I think retired with a truckload of money and like good for you. Please fact check my ramblings. Oh, Secret of Mana, okay. Well, I think he retired from games, and he's still like doing programming for like, you know, businesses and stuff like that to this day. Anyway. Let's talk to some brooms. What could it mean? I think I have to be on the actual overworld map for it. Never mind. So one of the cuter moments I found in FF14 was just like there's some weird thing going on. I was like, we got to like find some kind of magic expert on this. Let's go talk to Matoya. She's in a cave somewhere. I was like, what? And it's like, yeah, it's got this music playing, it's got the brooms, and it's like, yeah, good little nostalgia kick. There's this like weird somber remix of this, which is odd because it's like a very perky tune here. Anyway, ooh, the magic spell of B Select. There's the world. It always kind of fascinates me to have this like big central lake at the start, and then you just like get through a little bit, and then you've got the whole world opened up from there. Then you got the freaking canoe section. Anyway. Yeah, again, standard RPG times, and like, again, every like NES RPG is like very nice and snappily paced, and I really appreciate it, even if they are, in some cases, a little grindy. It's like, yeah, I have to fight a bunch of monsters early on, but I don't have to sit through like 20-minute cutscenes, so it balances out pretty nicely. Anyway, yeah, so this I got like way after the fact, and I was like kind of a veteran to these things, played through it, had a good time. Have done so again recently, very recently, in a couple different versions. And also, like, I mentioned how much I love the randomizer for Zelda, but like, the FF1 randomizer has like matured so much and has so absurdly many features right now and options, and like, you can basically turn it into a completely different game in several ways. You can make it like characters permanently die, and you can go to a tavern and recruit new ones to fill in the slots, and you can
you can mess the map up so badly. um, there's a bunch of just like, I just want to play FF1 with all the bugs fixed. Okay, sure, that's the mode. But yeah, FF1. The Final Fantasy games are good. Almost all of them. At least the single-digit ones tend to be pretty good times. Anyway, tactics is a digit for this purpose.